What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. We are at the homie Tanner's house, and I'm actually just here admiring all the fancy stuff that I'm too poor to have. And they're over here with their work wheels and their fancy body kits and all this stuff from Japan. So this is our homie Sean's car. This is Tanner's car. I'm here to buy, whoa, this bumper right here, KBD. As you guys know, I have a KBD rear bumper and side skirts, but finally got a front bumper now. Wait, what's your kit?
Okay,
this is Tanner, guys, if you guys don't know.
I have an Origin Lab. This is an Origin Lab Fujin kit. So it's the next line after the attack line. The attack line's not too aggressive on the rear end. This one's got more aggressive venting in the back. More aggressive side venting up here. Even when you look up here at the bumper, or the side skirt, near the bumper, there's venting up here and venting up here. But other than that, it's just basically their new kit that they came out with. Also, Origin Lab hood. I had them send me over a hood. I can get all this stuff, man. He'll probably link me on Instagram. Let me know. Whatever you guys need, JDM parts, JDM shit, I got you covered.
Yeah, man, if you guys need kits in Northern California, he is the plug. I'm probably going to end up buying some fenders off of him, front and rear Origin fenders, because my car's needed it for a long time. It's expensive, so I haven't done it yet. But yeah, he is the plug for kits and stuff from Japan. So hit him up. I will, all the names and stuff is in here. And then Sean got a pretty cool kit that's also some sort of, wait, yours is, no, yours is Spirit Rye. Yeah. So guys, obviously you guys know I'm not very good with body kit stuff because all I run is, you know, KBD stuff, which I love KBD.
So when you're looking at the Spirit Rye, all their shit already has the bolting in pieces, so it bolts right in. So basically the rib nut's already in there. So what happens is you don't have to cut anything. This shit's supposed to fit right on with no issues, no shaving, just basically paint, throw on, maybe like a little bit of like correcting of your own car. If they're, you know, your chassis, these chassis kind of twist.
Yeah.
That's how they are. I mean, even drifting, driving, man, you twist the shit out of these chassis, but most of the time these bolt right the fuck on.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, guys. If you own an S chassis and you've done body kits on it, then you know it's a hassle getting them to mount up straight and like line everything up and whatever, and you got to make brackets on stuff. So you get what you pay for. If you spend money on nice kits from Japan, they usually bolt up really well. So I don't know, maybe one day we'll get one. If you guys freaking watch more of these videos, then I'll get some. Alright guys, well, I am back home and it's actually the next night. I ended up getting home kind of late last night from Tanner's house, so but we're back in the shop. I'm gonna get started on a bunch of stuff. So here's what's gonna go down tonight. I have a lot of miscellaneous stuff that need to get done. So we have our intercooler, our PBM High Mount that needs to get mounted up. I have my brand new, check this out, Koyorad. This is the Dual Pass N-Flow radiator. I'm super hyped on this piece, because if you guys know about JZs, they're like super hard to keep cool. And that's like one thing that I want to try to get ahead of and try to make sure I can keep the car cool from the beginning. And I actually wanted to run some really big derail fans. They're these like fans that pull 2000 CFM each. And so dual fans at 4000 CFM would more than likely keep this thing cool. The problem is that radiator plus that fan setup with the shroud is almost 8 inches in depth. And if you guys look at my radiator support, there's not enough room here. So once I put this radiator in, you guys are gonna see, it pretty much goes to here and it just does not leave enough room for the fans that I want, which means we are gonna actually just run my old fans from the KA and SR, which are these guys right here. Whoa. These are just like slim fans, you know, nothing fancy. I'm hoping that they'll be okay for now. They're nothing as powerful as I wanted, but we're just limited in space. And until I can figure out, you know, how I'm gonna redo my radiator bar, the radiator support, like we're just gonna have to send it like that. So I have that stuff to do. We're gonna plumb the intercooler piping as well. This is gonna be kind of my temporary way to plumb the intercooler. Basically, I bought these 4 45-degree couplers, and what I'm gonna try to do is, because it's a high mount and it sits literally right here, the piping is very short. It's gonna be from here to like here, and from here to here. So what we're gonna do is use the couplers and a couple of the straight sections of some of these old random pieces that I had laying around. And this is gonna be just to kind of get the car running. My friend Evan offered to help make me like one-piece intercooler piping, and I would love to do that eventually so that I have, you know, just like nice one-piece piping and just 2 small couplers at each end. All right, anyway, I got a shit ton of stuff to do, and we'll just see where it goes. So, I don't know, let's do it. The JZ actually comes with this water neck facing this direction, and I had mine cut off and flipped and welded this way because we're running a KA radiator, which puts the inlet right here, whereas like if I ran an SR radiator, this top one would be on the other side. And that's why originally I had bought this piece. This is by CX Racing, and a lot of people you'll see will run it something like this, and this is basically meant to, you know, allow you to run a radiator like an SR style radiator. But I got a really good deal on this one, which is a KA style, and I couldn't pass it up. So we bought this one, and I knew that I could just get this, you know, cut and flipped. So my buddy Evan, that also made the engine mounts and my trans mount and a bunch of other stuff for me, he came over the other day to mock up the trans mount, and he just cut this off, flipped it, marked it, took it with him, and welded it up. Essentially, it would fit like this. So it's just a quick 90. Okay, as for intercooler piping, we're gonna start with our 45-degree right here. So here we have the 2 1/4 inch, which goes here. And then this one, I think, is 3 inch on this, or 2.75 on this side, and then 2.5 on this side. So that's gonna go down here. So obviously these aren't lined up, but as we kind of figure out exactly where we need to trim these pieces back, that should get our angles a little bit closer. And then what I want to do is just use some of the straight pieces. So like it's got the perfect you know, center section here that I could use between these two. So I'm going to cut the ends of this off, and then we'll see how much we need to trim these back in order to fit a straight piece in the middle and line everything up. So all right, guys, well, you just saw I cut that straight piece right here. We trimmed this 45 back pretty far, and pretty much kind of fits. Van said he's got some other couplers and piping in his house that we might be able to use and maybe make this look a little bit nicer. But I think this would work. It's just that it's kind of stretching the hose a little bit, kind of like in an awkward angle. So, and like down here. But anyway, it works, but we're gonna try to make that a little bit better. This side, we're gonna just kind of, I don't think my 45s are going to work. So again, Van's going to bring some other stuff over, and we'll kind of try to mock it up with that. And then what we did is try to get the fan shroud onto the radiator over here, but it's like super tight. Like the space is very, very limited. So then we mocked up the shroud and the fans that I have, and this corner right here actually hits our water neck right here because this shroud isn't actually made for that radiator or whatever. So anyway, we came up with an idea. We're gonna go ahead and cut this corner off, and we're gonna kind of make some tabs almost, like cut some lines right here, and then we should be able to fold this piece over to seal this corner, and then so it should clear our water neck, and it should hopefully let us not have like a huge leak in our, like in sealing the shroud. So anyway, all right. We're going to cut this, see if we can make something cool happen.
think. With a little ingenuity.
Got something going on here. Ladies and gentlemen. Mostly just gentlemen. Alright guys, Van just left, but I think we got something pretty good figured out. So, check it out. This corner, I'm pretty freaking impressed with this, guys. I mean, like I said, a couple pinholes here. This side's not as bad, but I don't think that's really going to make a difference because the rest of it isn't a perfect fit anyway. So, like, I have a gap here. So, honestly, I'm kind of bummed about that because, you know, this is all, like, you want your shroud to sit as flush as possible so that your airflow is being pulled directly through the radiator and you're not getting air just being pulled in from gaps, you know. But unfortunately, this shroud isn't for this radiator, so as you can tell, like it, you know, it sits on the tanks on the ends, and it really should just sit on the inside and then come further down this way. So anyway, we'll have to figure out a new shroud setup down the road, but for now, this is hopefully going to work and hopefully keep the temps decent, and this thing won't be like running too hot. But if you know JZs, they run hot. They run hot. I don't know. I'm happy about this. This was stuff that needed to get done that I honestly didn't even know about. I'm glad Van was here. He thought of cutting the corner off pretty quick. And I mocked up where I'm going to put the power steering cooler so I can pretty much just have it sitting kind of like this. There's a zip tie through this, and I can pretty much just throw a zip tie through here. A few more days, and I'll get to finish up a lot of this stuff, and then all that's left is wiring. So wiring is going to be a full separate video. I'll do it all in one video. All right. We're so close, guys. We are so close. There's just so much. There's so much. But we're there. We're there. We're like super close. So anyway, I'm kind of just going crazy in here trying to get all this done, and I've been working a lot lately, and so it's just been hard to get all this done, but we got some time. We're gonna get it done in time. We're gonna get this thing fired up, ripping. I'm gonna end it here. I've been talking forever. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and shout out to Van for coming over and helping me out tonight. Got a lot done tonight, got a lot more to do, but I'll see you guys next week. And hopefully we'll be on the last couple steps to getting this JZ fired up. All right, guys. Good night.